I think it's important for us to showcase the folks that make the work that we do possible and really build this community. For those of you who have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Elaine Hardy, and I am the very privileged chairperson for the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission of Michigan, a group of individuals from our community that I always refer to as community heroes and champions who volunteer to serve on this commission, but carry the legacy of Dr. King in their daily lives and in their walk. And so I am excited to be able to present them to you. I have people standing in the back telling me to talk louder, and that's hilarious to me because if I do, I'm going to talk faster and you're still not going to be able to understand me. I have the honor of being able to share some of our community partners today. This event kicks off what I think is the most wonderful day of the year, a day that we get to come together as a community and celebrate the life and legacy of my hero and a true American patriot, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's hard for me to not get emotional at this time. You know, we always joke as a commission and say, oh, we'll get together and then we'll have people give us these big old checks and it'll be a fun day and it'll, you know, but the people that celebrate with us, the people that partner with us from across this region, they're really special people. Organizations, corporaphilations can give their money anywhere they want to, right? Most of them, you can go on their webpage and you'll see their philanthropic story. They'll talk about what they like to give to and who they've given to. And all of that's amazing because it makes them good corporate partners. But our commission gets to have relationships with people who understand the work that we do and the legacy that we carry. I have said this year more than ever that we are caretakers of a precious and hopefully enduring legacy, one that all of us share in common, no matter where we live or where we work or who we worship or who we love. And that's our desire to have agency of ourselves. It is our desire to be free. And so when you get an opportunity as an organization like us, a very small nonprofit, to be able to look at people who give to us and support our work in their face and know that they share that belief and that they do things every day to make certain that we all are free, that we all get to enjoy the American promise, then it means something. So our folks mean something to us. And so I get the absolute pleasure of introducing a few of them to you today. I'm going to try not to talk so much about everybody because then I can get us out at a good time. But I'm going to ask Deb Toby from Cinnaire to come forward and share a few words with us.
Thank you so much, Elaine. I am actually stepping into the shoes of Mark McDaniel, who probably most of you all know. So I'm hoping to be able to make him proud. I am Deb Toby with Cinnaire Corporation here in Lansing, on the south end of Lansing. I am Cinnaire's Human Resources, Chief of Human Resources. So it is an honor to stand before you today as we begin our annual celebration of the Dr. Martin Luther King. We seem to be having this in Martin Luther King Jr.'s enduring legacy, a legacy of equality, justice, and hope that continues to inspire and challenge us to be better, to do better, and to create a world where fairness and opportunity are not just aspirations, but realities. Cinnaire is proud to sponsor the 2025 James W. Butler III and Mark S. McDaniel Legacy Scholarship Contest, supporting scholarships for inspiring student essay writers. This year's theme is a reflection on Dr. King's words, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." This quote is not just a dream for the future, but a call to action for today. It reminds us that achieving equality requires intentional effort, shared responsibility, and unwavering commitment. At Cinnaire, this work is at the very heart of who we are. Cinnaire is a nonprofit community development financial institution driven by our mission to transform people and places through equitable financial and development solutions. Over the past 31 years, we've grown to serve 9 states, empowering communities and creating opportunities through affordable housing, economic development, and supporting those who have historically been left behind. Dr. King's principles and values live deep within our culture at Cinnaire. Since our conception 31 years ago, our work has been guided by a simple yet profound belief. It's all about the people. If you've heard Mark McDaniel speak over the years, you will have heard those words over and over. This belief shapes every decision we make and every action we take. We believe, as Dr. King did, that transformative change starts by creating opportunities for all people to thrive. That's why we're especially proud to sponsor this event and support the scholarship contest. Investing in the dreams of our future leaders, our youth, is one of the most meaningful ways we can honor Dr. King's legacy. Thank you.
I get to not only have an opportunity to partner with organizations in our work, but then we sometimes have those organizations be a part of our family and be a part of the work that we do. And I am proud to ask Kelli Etchison from LAFCU to come up and share a few words with us, a fellow commissioner.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kelli Ellsworth Etchison. I am the Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Diversity Officer at LAFCU, and it's like so awesome that it's our 40th luncheon, our day of celebration. It's my 40th year in the financial industry. So I think about like all of the work that we have done at LAFCU over the years, and I'm really, really proud at the intentionality that we are focusing on with our modest means, people in our communities. And so one of the things that we have recently launched is Express Cash. And Express Cash is an answer to payday lending. Payday lending, as you know, I've been in Michigan since 2005, and it's harming our communities at 391% interest when you annualize their fees. And so we have come up with a short-term and a short dollar amount, loan amount, up to $2,000. And it's very similar to the tenets that Payday Lending has built their program on, as far as no credit report, we're not pulling credit. It's a portal. Within 60 seconds, that money is funded into their account, and it's at a responsible rate of 18.99% interest, which is lower than credit card interest for most credit cards. way lower than the 391%. We recently changed our CDs where you had to have at least $500 to start a certificate of deposit. And we have lowered that dollar amount down to $50. We want to make sure that people of modest means can also earn a higher rate of interest on their means, whatever their means are. And so that's really important to us as well at LAFCU. We, probably 4 or 5 years ago, we started a program, our Pathway to Financial Transformation. It is a 8-month-long program that we send our adults through, and we wanted it to be a really long program because we want them to be able to actually put into practice what they learn and then see results. And part of that program, we start at the very beginning where we're having them we're pulling their credit reports, their credit score at the top of the class. 8 months later, we do it again after they've started putting those practices into play. And we're seeing at graduation, and we have a full-blown graduation ceremony with a cap and gown, and we see that our graduates are saying, my credit score increased by 100 points. We've had people be able to save thousands of dollars that they never thought they could save at all. And so we're just trying to get back to the principles of credit unions when they were founded back in the 1800s in Germany, of modest means. Back then, credit unions weren't started to buy a home. They weren't started to finance a car. They were started for household goods, making sure people could have furniture in their homes and washer and dryers and that type of things as they were back then. And they weren't the washer and dryers we have today. So we wanted to make sure that we can do that. And so just kind of living out the creed of how we can level set things. That's what Dr. King was about, like, you know, all men being created equal, pulling that out of the Declaration of Independence, holding the country to that promise of all men being created equal. We know that when that was written, that it was still 87 years later before blacks were granted their freedom in this country in Texas. The last state, well, there were a couple of more, but anyways, we know that there's been a lot of work to do, and we're still seeing that work being unraveled. We're going to see a lot of changes in 2025 that impact the work of DEI. And so we're just here, we're just really proud of the work that we're doing. We're proud of the companies that are still in the fight, knowing what may be looming. We're proud of companies like Costco that's still in the fight, our local companies that are still in the fight that haven't turned back their work in DEI. And so being part of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission, sorry, I'm like, you know, I'm 60, so I'm in hot flash mode. And it's hot in here. It's hot as Hades in here. And then I'll be cold in 2 seconds. So that's part of that work, that aging process. But I just wanted to thank all of you for still believing in this work, still fighting the good fight that our civil rights leaders have fought. And it's my honor, it's LAFCU's honor to do this work. We've got a couple of big announcements that we're going to be releasing that is going to further this work in the community. And so be on the watch for those announcements coming soon. Thank you.